Hey everybody, hope everybody's doing alright. So yesterday, early in the day, I went and had words with three different, well, I only really spoke with one gentleman, but there was 3 security guards there yesterday, which is the first time I've seen more than one, which was interesting. Hey, how's it going, man? What just happened right there was interesting too. So I spoke with him and I was like, hey man, so I was told that this building would be open for Tuesday to the public. It's Tuesday, I'm here. I'd like to see the proof of what this building's purpose is for. And upon saying that, the gentleman that I'd spoken to him a few days ago, and he was the one telling me, he didn't want to tell me what the purpose was. It was a different person on the intercom, I think, because that was the one who told me, I think you know what the purpose was. This gentleman did not say that. He was the one who initially was not telling me, but then yesterday he told me that it was for immigration purposes. And then he said, I can't come into the building unless I have an immigration appointment. So I've already caught them lying, because when I was on the intercom with the gentleman the other day, he told me that I could come back and the building would be open on Tuesday. He didn't tell me anything about needing to have an immigration pass. He didn't say anything about immigration at all. Even though I asked him straight up, what's the purpose of this building? He could have just told me it's an immigration building. You know, but if it was really an immigration building, why wouldn't you have a sign saying it's an immigration building? So again, things aren't lining up. And then I bring up the shoe, the child shoe that I found. And again, the area I found the shoe, I've been in this same area, I've been in the same building, I'm camped right next to that building, so I see it all the time. I have not seen one child or group of children playing where I found that shoe. It is right next to a school, but that school is blocked off. The playground they have is completely fenced off, and I've only ever seen parents walking with their children, holding their child's hand on a walkway. Like, that's not even, it's on the other side of the railroad. I've never seen any child or any even parent on the side of the railroad where I found the shoe, which is again why this is, I wouldn't be doing this if I hadn't found that shoe. To be honest, that's what started this whole thing. And so I bring that up and I'm like, hey, can I just see your security camera footage to make sure that a child has not been abducted? Even if there's the slightest possibility that a child has been abducted, to me, as a human being, that warrants fucking taking a look at your security cameras, dude. And then I asked him, I'm like, do you guys have kids? Like, yeah, we have kids. And it's like, I could tell though, like they were fighting me. It was a very aggressive, oppositional force. Like there was one of me and they needed 3 dudes and they all started lining up and one gentleman started getting even closer and closer to me till eventually, because I started getting kind of loud, I was like, this is bullshit. I'm trying to look out for the kids. I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm not saying you guys are involved. I just want to figure out what happened to this shoe. If there's a possibility that this shoe could lead to solving a child abduction case, isn't that at least worth a shot to look at your security cameras? And if not, then you guys can show me and then I can go on my humble way and leave you guys alone. Like, what's wrong with that? I'm being a concerned citizen. I'm doing what a good citizen should do, which is check into something that does not seem right. Okay, that's why there's so much crime and corruption, because people just fucking blow it off. They don't want to deal with it. They have too much shit on their hands. They're too busy with their 9 to 5. But it's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that shit anymore. I'm tired of fucking playing this rat race. I'm gonna sit here and stand up for a fucking change. We have pedophiles running this fucking country and nobody's doing anything about it because they're fucking scared or they're too lazy or they're neglectful. They don't care. I don't know. I'm not them. I'm being me. I'm doing what I can to fucking care about this shit. When I see a child's shoe in a place where it shouldn't fucking be, I'm asking questions. And if I see security cameras in here that can answer those questions, I want to see footage of those fucking cameras. There's no good reason for you to deny that to me. All right? Any honorable judge would listen to my side, and I feel like if he's really honorable, he would be like, yeah, let's take a look at those cameras. That's all I'm asking. And also for proof that that is an immigration building, because I think they're lying about that. And then it's funny, after we had our little engagement, I went back to my spot and then I walked back, come back into the city, and they had a family of immigrants looking people not of Caucasian skin, sitting in front of the building, like a whole family. Like there was a man, there were 2 females, and like 3 children. The man, when I looked him in the eye, because this is what I'm learning about this whole operation, like a lot of it has to do, you have to learn how to read energy, because they'll lie to you, but energy does not lie. So when I'm looking at the man and I'm seeing him feeling guilty, Like, why are you looking at me with a guilty face? Like, that's exactly what I picked up on. I see the woman didn't want to look at me, but they looked like they were happy because they'd gotten something they wanted. And the kids were just being kids, looking like they were just running around, just happy to be outside of the house or the cage or whatever the fuck it is they have them locked up inside this building. It's a very large building, by the way. It's not a small building with many different levels. But literally within 20 minutes of our engagement, they have this situation of these people outside of this building appearing to look like it's an actual immigration building. But again, why couldn't they have just told me that when I initially asked them in the first place? So they're trying to cover their tracks. So I called the cops yesterday because they said they called the cops on me. They're like, okay, because I started raising my voice a little bit and I wasn't leaving when they told me to leave. And so like, they're going to call the cops. I'm like, go ahead, call the cops. I'm going to sit here and wait because I want to talk to the cops. I want to find out what the cops have to say about this situation, because to me, this is probable cause. Probable cause means that there's a reason, there's a motivation to look into this and further investigate what the fuck is going on. So I'm like, bring the cops, dude. That's what I want. Cops didn't show up. I go across the street. I started reading the Bible. The cops still don't show up. I call the cops. I tell the 911 operator, like, okay, this is an emergency. You need to call the non-emergency line. They transfer me to the non-emergency line. I stay on hold for like 20 minutes. I finally get to the non-emergency line. I relay the whole story I just told you guys. She eventually tells me that the cops can't do anything because it's a federal matter. So I have to go to the federal authorities in order to seek justice. The problem with that is the feds are all corrupted. Gabriel Cruz already went to the FBI with proof on what these people are doing, and they didn't even want to see his ass. They're the most corrupt is the federal government. That's where Biden, that's where Tesla, they're all fucking in things. So I'm supposed to go to the people that are corrupted, try to get justice of the corrupted? You know, it's like, what do you do in this situation? The only other thing I can do is take justice in my own hands and seek support from other people like myself who really care about doing the right thing. But this is where we have to make a decision to, like, when do we stop letting these laws and these words and these policies dictate our actions, and when do we take that responsibility upon ourselves and do something? So this is where I'm at right now. All right, love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.